There is not a single video on YouTube that gives you this. One single prompt pasted into Claude and it builds you your entire email marketing system from scratch. Welcome flow, abandoned cart and checkout, browse abandonment, site abandonment and post purchase, all of them written in your brand voice, ready to be pasted into Klaviyo. And this is not gonna be some random AI slop I'm gonna give you. I'm an email marketer who generated over $5 million in revenue, and we fed Claude's 100 of our own 7-8 figure brand emails, real text-based copy that actually converts, to come up with the best and optimal email strategy for brand owners who just want to do it themselves with minimal effort but still want a solid structure in place. Now keep in mind, if you're doing 100k plus MRR, you're better off just hiring a professional because there is a lot more to it at that level. This video is for brand owners that are doing around 50k a month that want a solid system in place to add some extra revenue without spending weeks building it out. This is the exact system that will generate you 10 to 20k a month in your funnel on autopilot. For example, this brand here, we generated 18k from just the flow system in just 30 days. So let me show you how. First of all, for the whole system to work, you need to plug in a pop-up form. I made a whole video breaking down how to make perfect quiz funnels with a lot of examples from brands like IMH, Snow, Grants, and Space Goods. So you can check out that video in my YouTube channel to set up the pop-up form. After you set up the pop-up form, now comes the part which generates you money on autopilot, the flow structure. So the way the prompt is designed is it's gonna give you 2 emails for each flow. So we have the core flows here, the welcome flow, site abandonment, browse abandonment, cart and checkout, both have the same contents, and post purchase. I've also added the time delays each of the email are going to have between themselves. So you can just take a screenshot of this when you are making the flows. And then comes the main prompt. So in case you have some of the flows set up and you need some other flows, I have put all the prompts separately. So it's just easier for you to copy them and paste it on Claude or any other AI tool you use. Also, the prompt doc is in the description below. So you can just go there, copy the entire thing and paste it on your own doc to fill up the informations that you need so that your AI slave can spit you out emails based on your brand. Okay, so now comes the fun part. In the doc, you're gonna see a bunch of tabs. So the context prompt is basically you giving information about your brand. So when Claude or any other AI spits you the emails, it is on point and on brand. So the first thing I want you to do is copy the context prompt and paste it to your favorite AI and fill out the information. So for this example, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use grants for our example brand. So we're just gonna pretend that we're writing emails for grants. So brand name would be grants. Website, is gonna copy paste their website URL. Founder name, let's assume Alex. Founder title, product manager, maybe. It's up to you, but it just adds a layer of dynamic in the avatar that you're gonna create for the emails. So product, what do they sell? I'm just gonna go to their website and copy some of these and paste it here. Also, the more information you give Claude, the better result it spits out. So highly recommend you filling it out with information. Then hero product would be the main product, which is the gummies here, superfood gummies. Just gonna quickly paste that. Price point would be $40 to $54. So let me just add that, 40 to 54. USP, what makes them different? I'm just gonna copy these from here. Gender, both male and female. Age, I'm just gonna assume the age here, so we can do 20 to 35. Niche, supplements. So core problems, I'm just gonna fill out core problems for grants, the problems that the customers have or the people that they are targeting, the core problems that they have. So the core problems that the customers might be having would be unpleasant daily routine, not having enough nutrients, supplement overwhelm in pricing, that could be a reason, and definitely portability, because Grant solves that problem as well. What they tried, other brands like AG1. So dream state, it should be in their website. Yeah, this should do good for dream state. Emotional pains, let's just do that. Tone, so for brand voice tone, let's do friendly foregrounds. Greeting style, let's do hey. Default brand motto or tagline, let's just do this from their website. Emoji usage level should be 25%. Okay, now comes the fun part. So each of the email from the flows will have some sort of discounts or codes. What I want you to do is plan out the discounts or codes in your mind, and then make the codes from Shopify discounts, and then whatever code you make or decide on putting in, put the code here so that Claude can just paste the code in the email copy. So always match your pop-up forms offer with your welcome flow offer. So for example, for most brands, it's gonna be 10%. So welcome flow offer would be 10%. And for the code, let's do happy and then some random figures, because when you do generic codes like welcome 10 or hello 123, the customer won't just feel special because you're just randomly spamming the same code to everyone. So when you add some unique characters, the customers are gonna feel that, oh, this is a special code only for them. And for the card and checkout, let's do the same. Card offer would be 15%. Code would be grants L3, and deadline, let's just say 48 hours. And for browser abandonment offer, let's do 10%. Code get back H4. Site abandonment approach would be get back to the site. Okay, now comes social proof. This is going to be based on your brand. So community size, let's do 100K. Key results, this is probably the number of reviews you have, so let's do 2500. Result timeline, which is really important, let's do 1 month here. Guarantee, if you guys have guarantee, do add it here. If you don't, just cut this part out. So let's just do 60 days money back, which is most of the brands at this scale have this offer here. Certifications, if you have certifications, just add it here. If you don't, just cut this part out. Now post purchase shipping timeline, let's say 4 days. Usage, how to use, this is also very important for the post purchase. So if you don't have a how to use guide, do make it and then add it here. So I'm just gonna add this part from the website. For the instructions, result timeline, let's do 1 month again. Common mistakes is, let's just assume taking in too much for faster results. Your CTA would be, since this is a subscription brand, we're just gonna put subscribe. Perfect. Keep everything as it is. And now comes the most easiest part, which is just copy pasting all the other prompts here. So you can copy paste individually, or you can copy paste all of them at once, so it spits out all the emails all together. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna copy paste everything here, and voila, let's go. Let's see what Claude spits out. And in about 5 minutes or so, Claude gave us all the beautiful copy for each of the flows. Give all of the emails a read and check if they are on point, on brand, and has all the information correctly. Just double check them. And once you're done double checking them, now comes the fun part, which is setting them up in Klaviyo. So this is a burner account. So I'm gonna start building all the flows right now. So build your own. It should be pretty easy. Welcome flow. Let's start with welcome flow. Comes to the newsletter. Just put employee newsletter, use template. Let's remove one of the conditional splits because we don't need them in the welcome flow. The first email, we're just gonna go to edit, manage template, change template, go to the 3 dot, change template, click on text only, and we're gonna come here. Then we are just gonna copy the email body, paste it here, and make sure you make the discount link and then add it here so that when they click on the link, they get to the website. And the discount code auto applies. When you're done with it, you're gonna just click on save and add a subject line from the doc. So let's just go with number 1. You are gonna have 3 options for each of the emails, so pick the best one you think that should perform, and then you click on done. The same thing goes for email 2, and you can change the time delay between each emails. From here you can just change it to 12 and change this to hours, 12 hours, and then click on save. Let's make the second flow, which is gonna be browse abandonment. Change the name to employee, use template, and do the exact same thing here, where you just copy the email and paste it here. And do not forget to add the links. You can just highlight wherever you want to put the link, go to link, and then paste the URL here, and all the links should be good to go. You can play with the formatting and everything. You can select everything, change the font. So let's say Poppins. You can make any part bold. So let's say I want to make this part bold. You can highlight this and then click on bold, and this part's gonna be bold. And yeah, everything else should be fine. When everything looks good, you just click on save and you're done. Do the same thing for email too, and everything should look perfect. Now, for abandoned cart and checkout, there's a slight difference. So if you go to create flow and search cart, you should get the cart reminder one. So click on the template. Also, make sure all of these are tick marked, because it's a burner account. It's not connected to a Shopify, so this is just showing errors. But usually it won't. Go to use template, delete the conditional split, yes path, delete the SMS part. And in the template here, if you go to edit and if you click the CTA here, you're gonna get the URL or the link address that you need to take the customers back to their cart. So it's gonna be the same as this. So you can just copy this, and then when you're pasting the abandoned cart email, just in the CTA link, make sure you apply this URL here in Klaviyo, and you should be good. The same goes for checkout. If you go to the flows in Klaviyo template, search checkout, and just click on the CTA, you're gonna get the link address for the checkout page for the customer, so that when they click on the CTA, they go back to their checkout page. And just use that link as your CTA link for your checkout email when you're setting up the checkout flow. Then do the same for post purchase, where you just copy paste them with no issues, and then you're gonna have an entire flow system which is going to print you money on autopilot. Now, if you're a brand running an ecom store that is doing above 100K a month, and you want someone to make a proper system in your email flows, plug all the leaks, and generate you 20 to 30% of your monthly revenue through just emails, then book a call down below, and we're gonna make you a 30-day roadmap for how you can scale your brand for free. And if you like our work, we can just work together and scale the brand to the moon. So I'll see you on the call.